In this lesson, we've covered several different data types here, or data structures, that have been used in the array, list, and sets. We're going to go over some of the uses of these and cover them. So your array, which is something that isn't really a part of the Python language basics, is a simple and fast data structure that is contiguous in memory, which means that it has to be mapped out before the program ever even runs, as far as what size it is, and not very easy to change, but it is a fast data structure. The linked list is really the structure that's used in Python for storing multiple items under one particular name. And so the way that it works, the way that a list works, is that you have data with a pointer to the next item in the list, and so that the memory can be non-contiguous, and so you can continue to add and subtract from these lists. And so when you look at the way that it begins, you would start a list, and then each time you add one, you'll just keep pointing at the next item and keep adding to them. And so in memory, they can be all over the place in your computer's memory without having a problem. However, that does result in relatively slow access to these items. Like it says, when you talk about worst case end in a search time or add time, the idea is that to find something, I have to start at the head and I must go through the entire list to get there. So it's a relatively slow data structure when it comes to finding things or even getting to the end of it. However, when it comes to adding stuff in, it's pretty fast, because you can just move a pointer and keep things ordered. So it does have some very positive aspects to it as well. The set is used as a collection of items, and when you think about sets, you should think about them as being used for figuring out whether there is something in a group, whether there is part of a group, whether it's part of some kind of set. When you look at this example of movies that a person has done, they would all be in that set. The set is also very it's usable in the mathematical terms as a set is. When you look at, well, here we can do a union of two sets. So if we have two sets, let's say two actors that were they have a list of all their movies, we could do a union on those movies, and the union would only show the movies that they have actually been in together. And so it has some real use there as far as a data structure in programming if you set up these sets. And so those are the three data types that we cover, and in here there are a couple more data structures that are available to you, but these are the main ones that are built into the language. There's some others, but these especially the list is going to be your main data structure that you use.